Hi, I'm Adam Kunzmiller with BGG TV at Gen Con 2014, and I'm joined by Dan Yarrington with Game Salute.
Howdy.
We're here to talk about a duel betwixt us, excuse me.
Betwixt us, yes. That's the betwixt is how you know it's upper class.
Of course.
So, a Duel Betwixt Us is a dueling game designed by, oh, that's a good question. It's designed by Rob, but I don't remember his last name, so I believe it's Rob Fitzpatrick. But it's Rob, and with great art by Lawrence Hunderick. And so, this is a dueling game where two gentlemen will duel each other. There is also an option to play a Lady Peppercorn. Mm-hmm. And first you will choose these personas. There are a bunch of them. They each have a backstory on the back. It does not matter.
I, of course, will be the mysterious stranger.
Excellent. I will choose Baronet Percival Sparkle Trout. Excellent. So these are just for flavor. They're just a little persona. They have a little story on the back. And then what we're trying to do is we enroll the services of these lowly miners who appreciate our upper class wit, and they are going to fight for us and duel on our behalf.
So we don't even have to duel. We get the peons to duel for us.
And so we each will have 4 favors. These are the roses are the favors, a favor of a lady, or in the case of Lady Peppercorn, a bow that you might want to get. And these are things that we're going to fight over. So we're going to sort of wrestle back and forth. If you win a duel, you'll steal my favor. You get all sorts of different things. The way that you do that, the core mechanic of the game, you have copper, silver, and gold. These are ingots. You're going to use these to build weapons. So you have these ingots, and you're going to use those to build these various items, and then you will use them to fight with each other. All the miners have different names, like Speedy the Miner, Dapper Don the Miner, Cheery Chap the Miner. There's a giant stack of them here. They're all exactly the same mechanically, so that's just for flavor. And then you have a bunch of items, and they actually do have abilities. They'll tell you how many ingot slots are on here. You can see here that this little tack hammer just has 1 card. So that's actually like the card there. If you had that, would be on top. Mm-hmm. And you'll see that this is the larger portion of it. So when you build it, you would actually put it like that.
So you actually have a hammer.
Exactly. So if you went with a cod piece, you would want to put that there. And if you had larger ones, like a crushing warhammer, then you might say, oh, I'm going to build this with this, and this, and this. And the better the items that you use, if you had a copper warhammer, not nearly as good as a gold warhammer. The damage that you will deal is equal to these numbers.
Okay.
So gold is much better than silver, which is much better than copper. So you're going to start out by placing miners. You just place miners every turn. You have a limited supply. You can earn more miners by winning duels. So if you place a miner, he's going to harvest. He's going to mine for you 1 piece of copper. And then you can put that somewhere. Mm-hmm. You use those things to acquire these. So you'll see in the upper right, there's that costs a copper. This costs a silver. The warhammer costs a gold.
And that's for just the blueprint, not necessarily the items that go on it?
Right. So then I would take this in front of me. I only have the handle and I have the blueprint, and then I also need more ingots so that I can then start building it. Once it's complete, I don't know why I have miners here. Once it's complete, then I can attack people with it. And so those are the duel cards. So and at the end of each turn, you can call for a duel if you want. You don't have to. And there are basic rules for duels. They're very simple. You just I decide what weapon I'm going to use. You decide what weapon you're going to use. We decide what duel is. So in this case, this is the shot from the cover of the game. It's all items are allowed. So you can use whatever you want. It's
we have a fish and an umbrella in this example illustration here. Lots of, I'm sure there's lots of flavor in there as well.
Indeed, very old-timey. And then you've got a hammer time spelled with a Y, of course. And this only crushing weapons and shields are allowed. No concealed weapons and no swords.
We see the types listed here on the cards.
Yes.
Okay.
Everything is spelled in British English because this is made by a bunch of Brits. So that is actually their transplants. They're actually Americans that are over in Britain. So that's the gist of it. You have different duels every turn. You're trying to get to either the duel deck runs out, or you're trying to get some number of favors. I don't remember how many. I think it's 7 or 8. As soon as you get that many, you win. And that's it.
And how long does a typical game take?
It takes about 20 minutes. It's just 2 players, so usually people play multiple games.
Sure.
It could take 30 minutes for your first game, and then after that it could be 15 to 20.
And is this available now?
This is. It's just recently released. All the games we're looking at today just recently released. Some of them here at Gen Con. This one I think came out last month, in the last few weeks.
Okay. Well, once again, that was a Duel Betwixt Us from Game Salute.